everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Deborah and this is Stitch the Stash. Today is Saturday, January 26th, and we have beautiful blue sunny skies here in New York City, and for me, I'm extremely thankful for it. It's been pretty cold and gloomy with the winter storm Harper that came through last weekend. We got very lucky and did not receive any snow, but we had the freezing temperatures. So today I am so happy to see the sunshine. It's cold, but the sun is out. So it has been a few weeks since I have been here with you, and if you are returning to my channel, thank you very much for coming back, and if you are new, I hope you enjoy what I have to show today. So what's going on? Let's see. I have a finish, I have whips, I have new starts, I have purchases, I have plans, and there is a 200 plus subscriber giveaway at the end. So I will show what I'm giving away to you all at the very end of this video. So I'm excited about it, and I hope you will be too. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I have a finish, and I finished this, find my notes, I finished this on January 13th. It is Kissing Cardinals, designs by Lisa. I found it in the Just Cross Stitch Ornament issue of 2014, and here it is. I stitched it on a 32 count Lagana on antique white, and it's hard to see the white snowflakes in this light, but I love it. It's a very quick stitch. I probably could have had it done in 2 days. Instead, it probably took me a total of 4 days over 2 weeks of working on it. But I am super excited. It's the first time have used beads. I just used whatever I had on hand, and I think it's really, really cute. And this originally was going to be a gift, but because I took my sweet time on finishing it, I'm keeping it for myself, which I'm really excited about because I love it. And it'll eventually, I'm thinking eventually make it into a pillow ornament. Not 100% sure, but cute. Really hard to see because of the sunshine coming in on the white, but I love it. So my first finish of 2019, I'm super excited. It lit a fire under me. And here I thought when I recorded again, I was going to have a lot more finishes, but that hasn't happened. We'll see what happens for my next video. And like I have said in the past, I am trying to stitch from stash this year. I am unofficially participating. I'm using some of their rules, and I believe this finish got me $5 to my budget. Very happy about that. That motivated me. All right, so next up is whips. The first whip I have, let's see, 2 Saturdays ago, I went to Needleworks Delight with several New York City stitchers. Also, when we got there, there were some New Jersey stitchers there. So it was a very full house. But when I go, I need to bring a project with a few criteria. One, something that I can see. I have a lot of projects here that I have a very hard time seeing without magnification. So I was kind of limited to what I could bring with me. And so what did I bring with me? Well, I pulled out an oldie but a goodie that I haven't worked on since end of November. I pulled out Lizzie Kate Coming to Town Santa 11. Super cute. I am stitching this on 18 count Aida. It's called Cherub by Picture This Plus, and this is where I'm at. Pretty sure I've already inserted a picture of where I was before, but I got quite a bit done. These two packages, I finished the stocking. I added the white to the cuff of the stocking and of Santa's suit, and then I stitched a little bit on his beard, and then I started putting his face in. I think it's adorable, and I love this pink fabric, which is actually showing up pretty accurate. It's really, really pretty. Super cute. I'm hoping to have this finished soon. This is one of the projects that I would like to knock out before we get to spring. We shall see. Next thing that I worked on is the January sampler. You know that I said I was going to do a monthly stitch this year, every month, one a month, and I had chose the Little House Needleworks samplers, and I'm working on the January, and hopefully we'll have inserted a picture of where I left off, and this is where I'm at now. I am stitching this on 28 count Lugana in the color Mushroom. And I finished the snow, and I came up here to add a little bit more of the snow just to finish off the thread, and then I started on the tree. And I gotta tell you, the variegation's bothering me on the tree, and I have this feeling a lot when I'm using variegated threads is it's not, to me, it doesn't look right. But I'm stitching with the threads the way everybody says. You start on one end, and then when you finish that, you start from the other end. And then I was kind of considering taking it out and then just doing stitches across and back instead of one stitch at a time to see if that gave me a little bit of a better effect. I was a little down about it because I don't want to rip it out. So I went to good old Google and I searched for images of completed projects, and everyone's tree trunk looks like this. So I guess I'm not doing anything wrong. I just think I just wish it looked a little different. But I really don't want a frog. And hopefully, let's see, we have 1 week left to January. Hopefully I can get this done before the end of January. Probably not going to happen. I know I said my goal was to finish one a month. But what I'm going to do, as long as I get all 12 done within this year, I'll be happy. I'm going to take the pressure off myself to have one a month done. That was just a goal that I thought I could do. I'm finding that I'm struggling right now to stitch after work. I did really good this week, and then I've started stitching before work, even if it's just 15 minutes. Get quite a bit done in 15 minutes. I can get like 20 stitches in 15 minutes. It's not a lot, but it adds up. So this past week, I've done a lot more stitching, and I'm trying to do a little more at night. Sometimes it's just, I'm tired, or the winter darkness has gotten to me, and I'm just, once I take care of the cats, take care of myself with some dinner, I'm just too pooped. And so I'm taking the pressure off myself to have one a month done. As long as I have all 12 done by the end of the year, I'll be happy. No big deal, right? Okay, so what is next? The next one is I worked on Little House Needleworks, the Little Sheep Virtues, and this one is Love. This is the second one in the series. And I'll insert a picture of where you saw it last. And I am stitching this on 28 count Lugana in Mushroom. And here is where we're at. I've got quite a bit done. Added more of the border down here and up here. The heart is new. The little floral motif inside the heart is new. I had to fudge this motif and this motif. It's kind of, I've used what they've done, what they've charted, but it's not exactly the same because I started putting in the heart, and I had done, oops, I'm getting off screen here. I had done from here over to here, and then I stopped. And then a couple days later, I decided to finish the heart, and that's when I realized that here I needed to come down one more stitch. Yeah, so I had to do my own thing, and I don't think it looks too bad. I think you would never notice if I hadn't said. But I need to finish this. I need to finish it up so my sister can receive the second pattern, because like I've said in the past, she is stitching them also. She has just finished the first one, and she is starting the Little House Needleworks Snow. It's the one, the 9 in the series. I'm drawing a blank. Words are hard. With the red barn. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. Well, she's starting that series, and she's going to work on that until I can get this pattern down to her. Hopefully I can finish it by the end of this month. We shall see. All right. Then the next project I was working on, which I really need to finish this because my team members are waiting on me. I worked on the Steotch Group Project, and sort of picture right here of where I was last time. I did work on it more this week, and I've just reached the point where I need to do all the back stitching. So this is my block, and you see here in these blocks, it's the New York City skyline. So I just need to put in the New York City skyline for my part, put in the year, and then I have to put my initials in and all the other blocks, and then I can pass this on to our last team member so she can do the one upper corner, and then we have one more team member that needs to finish putting her initials on it, and it'll be done. So I'm embarrassed to say I've had this way too long in my hands. So I need to get cracking on it, and I don't know why it's taking me so long to finish it. Again, I think part of my problem is I'm not stitching much at night except for this week. I just haven't had a lot of stitchy time, or given myself a lot of stitchy time. So that was the next whip I worked on. The final whip that I pulled back out is Fall into Winter by Manor. Oh my goodness. Yep, I pull it out and I realize just how much I love this and ask myself, why have I not been working on this? Okay, so insert a picture of where it was the last time I showed it to you. And I am stitching this on Manor fabric. It's 32 count linen, and the fabric is called Mummy Wraps, and this is where I'm at. Quite a bit of new progress, isn't it? Gorgeous. I have finished this vine completely with all the little leaves and buds. I finished this one, reached the far corner. I believe I have all the buds in there on that one, and then I started coming down to put this vine in. This needs to be finished. There is a snowflake that goes right here. And then I came over here and started this snowflake. So, and then more of these vines will come over here and reach the other corner. But I'm really happy with my progress on this. And this is only, I worked on this last weekend. And really, it's like a few hours here and there on it. And it stitches up way, way fast. And of course, there are mistakes. However, you will never notice them unless I point them out to you. I noticed when I started to work on this vine and finish this one that I have 2 X's that are across the wrong direction. And I'm like, okay, well, this will never be entered into anything because I'm not ripping that out just to fix those 2 X's. And then when I went to put in one of the buds, I realized that one of my X's, when I did the first leg, I did it over 1 hole too far. And when I came back to finish that X, I did not notice it. Fortunately, it does not affect anything else. It just, I see it, and I said, I am not going to rip out a good portion of my work just to fix it. It's not worth it. So yeah, this will never be fair quality stitching. But oh my gosh, I love this, and I'm really excited to continue working on it. And these are the threads are all the ship's Manor called for threads. They are beautiful. They're wonderful to work with. I can't recommend them enough. All right. Then I have 2 new starts because, you know, getting a little blown out with this light. Last weekend, it was Monday. It was Monday. I'm like, I don't want to stitch winter. I need some happy springtime colors. And so I started one project. And then before I went to bed, I started a second one. The first one is from the Cricut collection, and it's spring. I love this. I do not love the fabric it's stitched on. I don't think it does. Maybe it could just be the picture, but I don't think it does the stitching justice. I feel like it especially with the S down here blends into this fabric. So what did I choose for mine? I am stitching it on a 32 count Joblin dyed by Fiberlicious, and it is this gorgeous dusty rose. And I will tell you, I had originally, when I ordered this from them, I had was thinking I was going to put one of my Nora Corbetts on it. And then online, it looks, to my eye, on my computer, it looks a lot more pink than what it is here. Here it is purple. And it's pretty accurate. And I love stitching this so much that I did not want to put it down. And this is what my progress is for just a couple hours on Monday. I started late in the afternoon. I worked into it to early evening. I love it. Absolutely love it. That S is almost done. I just need to fill in the rest of the cream, and then I need to finish the hat. And then down here are some flowers, and then put some flowers over here. And I'm going to do the back stitch as I go. But I love this. Love it, love it, love it. It is going to be so nice. Let's see if I can just show this a little. Yeah. Stitches up extremely fast. And again, in my plans video, I had said that I wanted to do a words are hard. Words are hard. I wanted to do a seasonal series this year, and I chose the Cricut collection, and I decided to start with spring because I'm kind of over winter. And while I'm hoping to have this done by spring, and even if I do, it will not be FFO'd until probably for next year. I'm not going to worry about stressing myself out trying to FFO it to have it displayed this year. All right, and the final new start that I have is my Nora Corbett Geranium. And I'm showing you a printout of the picture from the pattern because when I received my pattern from 123 Stitch, it did not have the photograph. So this is my very first Nora Corbett. I love the colors. I am stitching it on a 28 count cashel linen dyed by Silk Weaver, and it is cinnamon roll. You can't really see, no, here, maybe you can see it. Oh, see, there's like, you can see the peachy tones, peachy pinky tones in it. It's gorgeous. And, you know, I started it Monday before I went to bed, and I had to rip out and put everything back in because I started it in the wrong direction. I started it this way, and it needed to be this way. Fortunately, I caught it before I got too far. And this is my little start. Not much. We are working right in here. I can't wait to get to her dress. I'm excited to get back to it. I'm looking forward to finishing her up sooner than later. All right, so that is my last new start. I do have a restart. Remember last time I showed you my start on my first Hade? It is lavender, it's a quick stitch lavender roses. And let's see, put this here. This is what she looks like because it is a she in my world. Love her. She is beautiful. I love those big green eyes. So last time I showed you, I started up here and I had some of the purple in and all these up here. You can't see, but these are a bunch of creams. There are like 3 or 4 creams to make up this section, which looks black. I had all that done. And I had said that I was working it on 2/1. And I was concerned about how tight it was. And I know that the normal standard or practice that people like to do 1/1 on the 25 count Lugana. And I was worried about coverage. So I said, you know what, Hade recommends 2/1, so that's what I did. But oh my goodness, it's extremely tight. And I thought about it, and I decided to rip out all the work I had done, which this is right here, I'll show you all this work. I ripped out. It took me 3 sit-down sessions to rip it out because it's very difficult to frog. I learned that. There was a lot of seam ripping and cutting and frustration, and when I was at Needleworks Delight, Caitlin, Big Apple Stitching here on FlossTube, she asked me how it was going, and I told her I was thinking about restarting it and frogging it, and she said, oh, just turn your fabric to the other corner. I couldn't do that because I cut the fabric down to the exact size that I needed. And I tell you what, when I sat down the second night to work on frogging, I thought I was going to throw it across the room and pull out some new fabric. But then I said to myself, no, Deborah, you're just tired. It's after work, you're tired, your eyes are tired, you're just frustrated. Put it away for another day, which was last night before I went to bed. I decided to pull it out. I was stitching on something else, decided to pull it out, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to see if I can conquer the frogging of this. I did. Then I tell you what, if I have to frog it again, it's going in the garbage and I'm starting with a new piece of fabric because I'm not going to frog this again. All right, so where am I with my restart? It's not as pretty and colorful as the last showing of it. I will say the 1/1 is much easier. I like it much better. The reason why I like using the two threads is because I like to use the loop method. I like securing it that way. And with doing it with run thread, it's a little bit more finicky to secure your threads. And I'm doing it, not loving it. But also with this fabric, these lighter colors are very hard to see. Especially, you can't see it on the first leg, but when you put the second leg in, and it's a little bit more clear, and it's getting a little blown out. So once you put the second leg in, you can see it better. However, this thread right here is practically the exact same color of the fabric. And I did start putting in the Krennic, and I thought I was going to throw it across the room. And you're asking, why? I'm using one thread of Krennic. I'm using a larger size needle, 24. It's actually very easy to work with when you're working with just one thread and of Krennic. However, I'm noticing, and you're not going to see it here, maybe I'll take a picture and insert a picture of it and if it shows up, but the Krennic is super bulky. And I'm thinking if I had stuck with the 2/1, that the Krennic would be the same height as the regular threads. So right now the Krennic is higher than the 1/1. I don't know. I'm persevering through it. I need to get some darker colors in. Right now I'm having a very hard time seeing these lighter colors, especially with magnification. I'm having a little bit of a hard time with it because it's one thread. So we'll see. I'm excited to get a little further along. My goal is to get this block completely filled in and get this one completely filled in, because down here is a lot of really pretty purples. I'm hoping that once I get the purples in, I will be excited. And I think that will happen because you can't see it, but there is a very light green thread in there that if I didn't frog the first session of it, I had used the wrong color. I used the wrong color the first time because there are two symbols that are quite similar, and I chose the wrong one. The first one I chose was like a very pale purple, and this one's a green, a very pale green. And when I started putting the green in, I was so excited because I was not seeing cream upon cream upon cream, which was depressing me just a little bit. I don't know, discouraging me. And after putting in that little bit of acrylic, the reason why I put it in is because it took up a lot of the squares, and I wanted to see how it would look. But I definitely will not put in the rest of the acrylic until all the other squares around it have been completed. Because I think once my regular DMC threads are in, it'll be easier to add in the acrylic because it's so much thicker. So we'll see. We'll see how it looks the next time I show it to you. All right, so that is all of my stitching for the past 3 weeks. What is next? I have purchases. So let me go ahead and get everything together, resituated, that I can grab easily, and I'll be right back. Before I go into purchases, I wanted to share some stitchy kindness that I had received. On my video where I showed the completed Tiny Modernist Busy as a Bee piece, I had a viewer named Sandra that had commented that she wanted to gift me her latest bee design. She is a cross-stitch designer. She designs over at Joyful Expressions. I will link her information below so you can check her out. She has quite a few different designs. She does design with biblical verses, and I think what she does is beautiful. There is a Christmas one that she did that I think is gorgeous that I'm going to have to go back and purchase. It's just beautiful. But let me show you her latest bee design piece that she gifted me, and it's called Sweet to the Soul, and I think it's beautiful. Kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul. Proverbs 16:24. It's beautiful. And she also gifted me her 2 other bee designs, which you can find on her site. The pictures that are in the patterns are really small, but I think they're beautiful, and I want to thank Sandra so much. I really appreciate her generosity, and if you love this as much as I do, go check out her designs at her website and see if there's something there that you might be interested in. I can't wait to stitch this up. Hopefully I will get it started this year and completed this year. So Sandra, thank you so much. I really, truly appreciate it. All right, so now let's go into purchases. First of all, I'm going to go over my Victorian motto threads. I am part of the thread club this year. I have gotten the limited editions, and oh my goodness, these are gorgeous. Aren't they beautiful? You purchase 5 and you get the 6th one for free. I'm super excited to start swapping them out in patterns. You get 20 yards and the price is unbelievable. If you have a friend, you could definitely share these with. Gorgeous. I'm also part of the Color and Cotton Thread Club and Fabric. And this is my first installment. These are the brights. Yeah, colors are spot on today. These are the brights. These are the prims. I just get 3 each. You can get 3 or 5. I just get 3. Those are pretty. And then there's the other category of where you can get a mixture of the two, the brights and the prims. And so these are the three colors. Oh, they're pretty. No, they're gorgeous. All right. Then the two fabrics, because I do get the brights and then also the neutrals for color cotton. For the brights, both of them are 32 count Belfast linen, and this one is avocado. Let me see. Yep, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful green. Soon as I opened it and saw it, I'm like, what can I put on this? I need to put something on this now. It's gorgeous. And then for the neutrals, it's called Mauvalicious. And yep, very pretty. I almost considered putting my Cricut Collection Spring on it, but then I'm like, no, I need to stick with that Fiberlicious. Need to stick with that one. Then I had mentioned my last video when I showed my Love You More Studio sleeves that I had 2 more coming, and they're both Harry Potter related. And I don't remember the names of them. I didn't look them up, but I believe this one's the Daily Prophet. Really beautiful. Love it. And then this one is the Quidditch at Hogwarts. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I was lucky because when I came across Harry Potter, all the books except for the last 2 were out, and I got to read them back to back, and I absolutely loved it. And I had dreamed of going to Hogwarts myself. I think everybody does. It's magical, right? All right, then back in December, sip of water. Back in December, down Sunshine Lane, I was just perusing her store and noticed that under new releases that she was doing pre-orders for the new By the Bay Needle Arts series. And basically you purchase 2 patterns every month for a total of 6 months. You get 12 patterns, and you can stitch them individually or you can stitch them all in one long piece. And I'm going to stitch them all in one piece. So these are the Harbor Haven scenes, and I've received the first one. And then this is number 2. And then just yesterday, I received number 3. And I received number 4. And so you can see that they make a nice little series, nice little scene. Super excited to stitch them. Do not know when that will happen. Hopefully sooner than later. I think they're gorgeous. All right, so, okay. And then I had placed an order with Boffy Threads back in December. I completely forgot about it when I said in my last video, this is the end of my 2018 purchases. I completely forgot that I purchased this. I took some time to get from the UK, so that's why I forgot about it until it showed up. It is Kitty Knits Kit. I love this because it's cross stitch, it's cats, and the cats are knitting. When I received this, I wanted to start it immediately. I love this cat at the end, knitting and sleeping. And aren't the working mice adorable? And I had a conversation with my sister. I said, which one do you think is me? And she said it was either the kitty knitting a bikini. Oh, no. 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 She said it's either the kitty with the glasses or the kitty knitting the bikini. And I told her it was me knitting the bikini because of the facial expression of this cat. Look how serious this cat is. That's exactly the look I have on my face when I knit. I'm a very serious knitter. And oh, yeah, that's me. And I told my sister this is her because of the glasses. Love it. Comes with all the stuffs. I will switch out the Ada for an even weave, and I want to start that like tomorrow. Alrighty, so that leaves me with my purchases from when I went to Needleworker Delight 2 weekends ago. I had a gift card, so I did my usual when I go there. I peruse the store once, look at things I might be interested in. Maybe I'll pull them off the shelf, bring them back to the table with me. And then throughout the day, that's my process. I'll go through the aisles and decide if there's anything else that I want. And anything that strikes my fancy comes back to the table with me. And then at the end of the stitchy day, I decide what is coming home with me. And I had mentioned that when I make pattern purchases this year, I want to be very thoughtful about what I'm bringing home with me. I don't want to bring home just anything because I think I've mentioned before, there are times where you see a pattern, you love it, you're like, oh my God, I have to have it. You immediately buy it. And then it can sit in your stash for forever, and maybe when you finally come across it again, you might realize, I don't love it as much as I thought. Yeah? Does that happen to anybody? Or is that just me? Maybe it's just me. So I also, to be more thoughtful for what I bring in, because I have a lot, I'm trying to stitch as much from stash, so I'm trying to be a little bit more thoughtful. But when I saw this first pattern, I'm like, I was on the fence about it because there's parts of it I love and parts of it are just maybe not me. But the first one is Barbara Anna Designs Love Never Fails. And Leslie Hurley here on FlossTube and Fat Cat Flossing on Instagram is stitching this right now. And it's beautiful. She has all the words done, the heart, and she's like started the first flower. The colors are gorgeous. And she is stitching it as a wedding sampler for her and her husband. And it grew on me throughout the day. And I'm not 100% in love with the people. But I don't know. I love the cats. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful pattern. It's just not something that I typically go for, but I do love it. So it came home with me. I did think about it for quite a bit. All right. Now the rest of the patterns that I brought home with me are patterns that I have never seen before. I've never seen them online. And so there's quite a few that I snatched off the wall. And I did put some back. But the first one, this is, I think, a new release, and it's by My Big Toe, and it's called Choose Joy. And I love it because we should be choosing joy. Life is too short not to. I'm going to change the colors. Any guess of what colors I'm going to go to? Caitlin knew. Big Apple Stitching, she knew. It's going to be pink. shades, tones of pinks, and probably those Victorian motto threads I showed you in my last video are going to get some use. But I love it. Choose joy. There was another one, Love Completely. I don't remember, but I took that one off the wall, and then I chose between the two. I'm pretty happy that I was able to put one back. I chose which one I wanted to stitch more, and it was the Choose Joy, just because we need to be choosing joy in life. All right. Then I found Annie B's folk art. It's called Autumn is a Second Spring. Look at those gorgeous colors. I love it. I want to like start it now. I want to start all the things. Autumn is a second spring when every leaf is a flower. And I totally agree. I love spring and I love fall or autumn. Totally gorgeous. That's going to have to be started this year. And then I found from Lila's Studio, it's her seasons, and I picked up spring. Love the colors, the teals and the mauvey, purpley, pinky, right? And I have summer. Again, those colors. And because I have a lot of seasonal stitchy pieces, I am going to leave off the spring and I'm going to leave off the summer. All right? I don't need that on there. I just need to have the birdies and the flowers in the pot. And the wagon. Oh, look at that wagon. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right. Then the final pattern that I purchased is from Stacy Nash Primitives. And it's the Snippets of Mary Bears or Bars Sampler. Y'all, I saw this and I was so super excited. Love the colors, love the flowers. Don't know if I'm gonna put it in the tray like this. Small sewing tray. Don't know. But guess what? I have the perfect fabric for this to go on. You ready to see it? Because it was a hot item, and it's the only one they had, and it is a 32 count Belfast, and it's dyed by Silkweaver, and it's a solo, so there's no name to it. It means it's like a one-off, and they won't be able to dye it again. But look, oh. Let me see if I put it on white. Yeah. Yep. 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 What do you think? Now, 3 colors. That's all that's in here. I'm going to change the colors to go with this fabric. I'm going to use my Victorian motto threads to change them out, to do my conversion. And I'm super duper excited. But yeah, this was a hot item that a particular someone was hoping I would maybe sell a little piece. And I love to share, and if I knew exactly how much of this fabric I needed to do this pattern, I know I want to do the tray, and I know I want to do this. And I'm not sure how much fabric I need. If I had known, I would have been more than happy to sell a little piece of it. But then I was also told by a wise individual that it's okay to say no. And it's okay to be a little selfish. And I'm someone who is very generous, and I don't like to say no. But again, my response was, if I can figure out how much I need, I'll be more than happy to share. Well, turns out what this fabric was needed for, the colors for the pattern that they were thinking of using on it didn't go. It clashed. So it's okay. Then I purchased one more piece of fabric. It is a 40 count Newcastle linen, and it is terracotta. And I didn't take it out of the little plastic, but yeah, let's see. There we go. It's a little offcut. What they do is they have these little bags, pieces of fabric, so little offcut pieces that they sell. And I got it because I've never stitched on 40 count. I don't know if my eyes can handle it. The smallest I have ever stitched on is 32, and now the 1/1 on 25, which I'm struggling just a little bit, but I think it's because I'm doing light colors right now. The darker colors on it, I'm fine. But anyway, I can see the holes. I just don't know how I'll like stitching on it. So I wanted a little piece to try it. And if all else fails, I can gift this to someone who I know will love it. Alrighty. So that is all of my purchases from Needleworks Delight. That is all of my purchases remaining from 2018. Sorry, guys. From 2018. I have purchased a couple of patterns this month, but I'm not going to show them. Well, I have one because it was a download, and the second one is a physical copy that I'm waiting to receive. So once I receive that one, then in my next video, I will show them to you. But my budget was $25, plus I received a $5 credit for my finish, so that brought me up to $30, and my purchases were $22 and change. So, and when there's 1 week left to January, so I think I'm doing pretty darn good. We'll see. I'm see where what my budget looks like in February or end of February, because Nashville market is coming in March, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of lovely patterns of new releases, and there's one in particular that I already know that I want. But we'll wait till that happens. Alrighty, so what is next? Plans? What are my plans? My plan is to stitch on whatever moves me, excites me. Some people say they have a screaming rotation, so whatever screams at me. I am going to try to get my January monthly done. I do have a couple of small whips from last year that if I just spent one day on each, I could knock them out. So I'm hoping to get those done so then I can get them off my list and get myself a little bit more money in my budget. But we'll see. I guess we'll know when I show you in my next video what has moved me on my plans. Okay, a little sip. So that leaves us with the giveaway. Are you excited? I'm excited. When I checked yesterday, I was up to 249 subscribers, which I'm shocked and I'm extremely thankful for. Super appreciative that 249 of you enjoy my videos enough to subscribe. And I would like to go ahead and do a little thank you for everyone who watches, who likes, who comments. I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. So what is the giveaway? Well, let me show you. You're going to get a pattern. And it is Fall into Winter by Manor. I am so excited to be able to give this away because I know quite a few of you have commented about how much they love seeing this when I show it and can't wait to see it completed. So what better way to thank you than by giving this away? I love it. But that's not it. What else? Well, you will also be receiving, yes, you'll be receiving, give me 1 second. You think I'd be a little bit better prepared. You will be receiving the threads. Okay, so I'll tell you right now that you will be receiving 2 skeins of each color. Yay! The reason why I'm giving away 2 skeins of each color is this. I am not including the fabric simply because not everyone stitches on linen. That's what I've stitched mine on. It's the 32 count Belfast linen. But I know there's 8 stitches out there. Okay? So I want you to be able to choose which fabric that you want to stitch this on. And because depending on what fabric size you stitch it on will determine how many threads you need. If you stitch it on 14 count, 28 count, you'll need 2 of each. If you stitch it on, I think it's 1632, you will still need 2 of Early Autumn and Twisted Oak. But you only need 1 of the other colors. So I wanted to make sure that everybody had all the threads that they needed for whatever fabric they chose to stitch this on. So you're going to get 2 of each, okay? What else is included? There's one other item that is included, and I was super excited that I was able to get this, and I'm going to stick it on the pattern so you can see it, and you're going to get the Snowflake Needle Minder that I am using. This is from Gina's Unique Boutique, and I was so happy that she still had them for sale, and I was able to get one for you. Okay, it goes perfect with these colors. Alrighty, so you're getting the pattern, you're getting the threads, and you're getting the needle minder. So what do you need to do to win? I would like you to be a subscriber. I would like you to like this video. I would like you to be 18 or older, so you are able to give me your mailing address. And I would like for you in the comments to say, I would like to stitch Fall into Winter because, and tell me why. Why do you want to stitch this? Okay, that's all you need to do. Please do not say giveaway in the comments. I want one of you to actually win this. I don't want it to be some random individual that is searching for the word giveaway and then enter. That's not right. So please don't say giveaway. If you do say giveaway, I will delete your comment. Simple as that. So please just simply say, I would like to stitch fall into winter because. All right? I will draw a random winner before I record my next video. I hope to be back in 2 weeks. I know I will not be here next week. So the following week, let's see, is February 9th. I will be recording my next video February 9th. I know there was 3 weeks between this video and the last video. So I couldn't record last weekend. The weather was miserable. The light was miserable. So I'm going to be back in 2 weeks. So that's it. If you made it this far, congratulations. If you are a new viewer for the very first time, I hope you enjoyed it. I know that's probably going to be a little bit on the long side, so we'll see how much I can edit out. But yeah, please subscribe, please like, please comment. You know that I do reply to everyone who comments, so that is it. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around and commenting on my videos. I truly appreciate it. I hope that a lot of individuals would like to win my little stitchy thank you. So until next week, not next week, not next week, Deb, you're losing your mind. You've been sitting here too long. All right. So until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful stitchy week. Happy stitching. Bye.